If you've been involved in the Fortnite space for the past week or so, you might know that pretty well everybody is absolutely loving Fortnite Reload right now. Today, we are going to be talking about that, and did Epic Games mess up by adding Fortnite Reload to the game? Today, we're going to be reacting to a video by Mr. JOY Reload May Ruin Battle Royale. He offers a very, very interesting conversation. I started watching this video, I was about 3-4 minutes in. I loved it so far, and I thought it would make for a fantastic reaction video. Guys, please go show Mr. JOY some support in the comment section. Pinned comment, description down below. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's watch this video together. I'm excited.
Fortnite may have messed up big with Reload. Well, kinda. We finally have the newest Reload map of the game, Slurp Rush.
And I only, at the time of recording this video, I'm very excited because I'm about to, after the recording, I'm about to go and play some more Reload. I played one game on it, one singular game, dominated with PBJ, of course, like easy peasy. Sorry, I'm just talking out of my butt right now, but anyways, I love the map. I love the POIs, I love the slurp effect, I love the Chapter 2 Season 1 theme. The map is beautiful, I explored quite a bit.
It's a Chapter 2 inspired map, or no, honestly I'd argue it's an accidental inspired Chapter 2 map. It's glued together with the Slurp framework they went with. It's kind of like if you made a Citadel inspired map, it's going to feel like Chapter 4. It'd be a struggle to detach that from the...
I don't know about that one. I see where Mr. JOY is coming from, but I do think that they were going for Chapter 2 Season 1. Maybe they started with the idea of the centralized POI being Slurpy Swamp and then built around it being Chapter 2 Season 1, but this feels very, very like Chapter 2 Season 1 with the POIs. They did a fantastic job with the POIs. They should have added Camp COD. That's my only request, Epic Games. Make an update. It'll never happen, but one day, of course, we're going to be one of the biggest Fortnite channels out there, one of the biggest YouTubers out there, and we're going to have some influence. Camp COD will be added one day. Maybe we can get an icon series one day. Instead of you know how every time there's an icon, they bring something brand new? No, we're adding a POI to the game. We would love to see that, but I personally would have liked to see a Chapter 2 Season 2 theme. I understand why they went with Season 1 because of, even just this season. They've done the heist, the agent thing too often now.
Chapter 4, feel the grass, the textures. But it's still Chapter 2 inspired, I get it. Someone said, why did they go with Slurpy Swamp?
Sorry for the further interruption. We're starting off this video pretty rocky, guys. I'm sorry. My puppy came to join us today, and I could just not acknowledge her, so I had to stop.
Someone said, why did they go with Slurpy Swamp and not the Agency or Lazy Lake or another big Chapter 2 POI?
Lazy Lake is also something that a lot of people are talking about. I like that they did not go with Lazy Lake. I like Lazy Lake, don't get me wrong, but Tilted's already the main POI on the first map, and I think they made an excellent choice by not going with Lazy Lake.
Because, again, Chapter 2 is not the framework here. Slurpy Swamp, Slurp is the framework, and that's why it's a middle POI, and that's why the Chapter 2 POIs they then picked made sense with the main concept.
I don't know. Again, I don't know if I agree with that, because if you were to put Lazy Lake in there, you could still have the rest of the POIs that they've had there.
Dirty Docks for the transport, Steamy Stacks for the power. You get the idea. It makes sense. So
yeah, I could agree with that.
The Agency on it would have made
I agree and disagree. I don't know what Epic Games was doing. They probably just started with Slurpy Swamp. That's what I believe.
no sense at all. Of course, you have to protect the integrity of the map, which is Slurp Rush. Of course, they could have reverse engineered a Chapter 2 map, so I guess they could have been after a Chapter 2 map with a core concept. So Slurp, UFO, 0 points.
I would love all of that. We just made a video talking about the possible themes. Chapter 2 Season 5 would have been incredible for a concept for a Reload map.
Primal, but then you're not putting the Agency on the UFO map, but Slurpy Swamp would of course work on the UFO map because they tried to adopt it. But anyway, guys, let's get into why I think Fortnite really messed up with this Reload mode, and it's not what you think it is. But guys, if you end up enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel.
And guys, please, again, I will say go subscribe to Mr. JOY in the pinned comment description down below. Make some of the best Fortnite content out there.
If you like me yapping about a variety of Fortnite
That's
and
me.
gaming content,
I enjoy it.
Hitting that like button. So why do I think Fortnite's messed up with Reload? Well, it's in terms of their main BR. Slurp Rush is the perfect balance for size of the map to player ratio. It feels a little bit bigger than Classic, but a lot smaller than Oasis.
And a lot of people have been agreeing with this. A lot of people have been talking about how perfect this does feel. I'm of the camp, and I know you watching this video might feel the same way. Of course, it's not just my opinion. You hear a lot of people saying that this is the best Reload update period. I'd have to really think about all the loopholes they've had, but it really, really does seem like this is the best version of Reload that they've had. It's certainly the best map. Certainly. But I've also been somebody who has been loving Fortnite Reload since it came in Chapter 5, Season 3. I have been playing it over Battle Royale, over every experience, over even just creative maps. I'm a big fan of playing like Finest Realistic, box fights, Biozone Wars, things like that. I love playing all of that. Fortnite Reload is and has become my main mode for it's going on a year now.
And a loophole that works so well for Battle Royale I have ever seen in game. For the majority of Fortnite players, this would be the perfect game.
It is. Well, in my opinion, at least, it really is the best version of that Fortnite. This is my favorite thing to play aside from like my 2 favorite seasons, Chapter 2 Season 7, Chapter 1 Season X. But this is just up there, man. I really, really enjoy it.
Like, just in this game, I had the Red Eye, the Combat, the Pump, the Infantry Rifle, Heals. I mean, the jetpacks are a little interesting. But
yeah,
honestly,
that was the only weird addition. And I know I've only played 1 game of this, but I haven't seen one person flying around those jetpacks. In Reload, you're going to get murdered with that thing.
List works so well. Simple Battle Royale at its finest. Of course, and that's what Reload is meant to offer the community. But List just fits in place. You know, I love when Fortnite brings us new weapons, new items, new experiences in BR, but sometimes you do get drawn back into the simplistic pump, AR, and of course a few other things.
Yeah, it's true. And what, like, to the point he just said before that, what Reload has been able to do is they've been consistently, with a couple hiccups here and there with bringing back some weird things like the lever action rifle, they've been able to play on what people really, really loved about Fortnite, bring in those fan favorite POIs, bring in those fan favorite weapons, and you have an amazing version of Battle Royale. Consistent fighting. The downtime isn't there.
Fortnite like this, with this map, with Reload in its current state, it should flatten BR currently. Yes, and that's why Fortnite's messed up with Reload. They made it far too good and that it will move people away from main BR.
Now, I don't think that, like, and I know what Mr. JOY is going to say because I watched just after this next point. I know he's going to say, like, it's still a good thing no matter what Fortnite is, like, players are on Fortnite. I don't think this is anything to worry about for the state of Battle Royale because there are a great number of people who think Reload is way too difficult. People will say sweaty, but it is way too difficult. That's what they mean by it.
And that really shouldn't be a problem. I know everyone starts absolutely going at BR if any of the other modes start taking player numbers, but that is the point. As long as you're on Fortnite enjoying the game, Fortnite actually doesn't care.
That's very, very well said by Mr. JOY. I completely agree with that. And, like, that's just the proper way to look at it, man.
This is a complete community concept in BR has to be the top game mode. It really doesn't in this day and age.
No, Epic Games wants all of their modes to succeed. They have LEGO listed as like a must-succeed mode. They are Ballistics in early access right now. They want all of their modes to do well.
And Fortnite, I think, may actually prefer that long term. I think it would be a big mistake for the metaverse to not consider the possibility, if you're Epic Games, that Fortnite main BR may not be the best game mode. Yeah, actually that works pretty well. May not be the best game mode and may not have the most players. Now,
I wonder how that's going to work out overall because, like, we're seeing these new maps, we're seeing all these fan favorite weapons, and so far they've been doing a phenomenal job with Reload. I've been enjoying the Reload updates more than the Battle Royale updates. Don't get me wrong, though, in saying this, I'm still enjoying Battle Royale and I still enjoy the Battle Royale updates. I just personally enjoy Fortnite Reload, and it's also very important to mention when we're talking about the metaverse. I know I'm going to see some comments down below about Reload not being part of the metaverse. It is, and I don't know what else to tell you.
That shouldn't be considered the problem. Honestly, the only thing that can go wrong now, if Fortnite added a rotation system where maps change every 30 minutes, so it will now take 60 minutes to go back onto this map.
I disagree with that, to be honest with you. I think what they should do is to have a map picker option like we see in a lot of games, but if they were to just add a rotation, they just need to make sure it's maps that people like to play. Like the first map with Tilted. I personally really like the Oasis map, but a lot of people don't like that, so perhaps they need to scrap that. This map's great. Keep that in the rotation too, and as they introduce new maps, it'll be fine.
Okay, while the classic map might be everyone's favorites, I know
Sorry, I didn't know he was about to mention that. Like I said, I watched just after that one point that he was going to make. It's now to the point where this is a brand new, authentic reaction to the video.
Some disdain in the community for Oasis. Of course, the map is a little bit bigger, I believe. They take a lot less inspiration from any previous BR map.
And guys, I love this map. I love it just as much as the first one. It's just the Chapter 2 version absolutely stands out, but I think this is excellent. I love Paradise. I love Lizard Links. I love Snobby Sands, Fossil Fields. I like All of them. I think this map's great.
A lot more creative interpretations and, to be fair, creative freedoms, because some of the POIs have never truly been seen. I can see some similarities and some inspiration, but it is kind of lost. And it's probably unfortunately where the desert map kind of falls flat, as opposed to classic and indeed Slurp Rush. For me,
yeah, and a lot of people definitely agree with what Mr. JOI said. A lot of people don't like the Oasis map, but the other two maps are really shining. It's just for me personally, I disagree. I like the desert map. I like the POIs. I like the little mountains. That map is for me. I don't care what map of Reload I'm playing on. I'm enjoying myself.
yeah, it's the biggest map, but it feels the emptiest. Unless you're at one of these weird POIs and everything seems stacked on top of each other all of a sudden, and it's like, ugh. And I guess because of the big open spaces, it feels like it plays the worst, the desert one. And I feel like Fortnite may have learnt. They realised what worked in Classic and what didn't. And the same.
That's impossible because Epic Games doesn't care anymore, and they obviously want Battle Royale to die. That's obviously what they want to do. They would never try to improve on themselves.
With the desert one. Although I would argue there was less things that worked in there. But yeah, this Chapter 2 inspired map works well. And it's funny because we were only a year ago playing a remix map, a cheap interpretation. Actually, it was literally a copy, apart from the rapper POIs. But I missed the Chapter 2 feeling that map gave me, which this map does.
Yeah, and I agree with that. It absolutely does. They take what was so special about Chapter 2 Season 1. It just has that same vibe to it. I'm a lover of Chapter 2 Season 1, unlike other people. A lot of people are just randomly feeling nostalgic for it now that the time's passed by, but a lot of people really didn't like Chapter 2 Season 1. But Chapter 2 overall was my own favorite chapter and a lot of everybody else's favorite chapters as well. This kind of captures that vibe very well.
Which is strange. Actually, it's not strange. It's obvious to see why Remix maybe didn't make you feel like you once did about Chapter 2. The map, the new bosses that were introduced, the bosses that weren't introduced, the stupid weapons, which some of them were fun. The M&M minigun was great. But honestly, the month we spent on that fake Chapter 2 map was completely eclipsed, in my opinion, guys.
And I to note, I am with Mr. JOI in this. I've talked about it at great lengths on the channel. If you're interested, you can check out a tier list that I made for all of the seasons. It just did not hit the same for me personally, and I'm with Mr. JOI on that.
The hour or so I spent on this new reload map, which I know sounds stupid and can probably be explained by a few different things. One being we were expecting to travel through the Chapter 2 seasons, which of course affected anticipation for that season. The other thing I could probably put my finger on is the fact that this is essentially a new map, and of course I'm getting that new feeling game. Now I just want to...
Yeah, I think that was very well said. Very well said. To be honest with you, I don't want to completely repeat what he said and add to it because I agree with it. There were more problems to talk about with Chapter 2 Remix, but this is a brand new map with that same familiarity that we all do love.
Turn your attention to where we are on the map now in this gameplay. I'm actually struggling to put into words how right they got this. Like, this is Chapter 2. Craggy cliffs. The Coral Castle, which isn't Coral Castle.
Yeah, it's like even in the what do you call it? Like the empty spaces, it just feels like you're traversing across that Chapter 2 map, and it gives me that like happy, nostalgic feeling. Like even like the first time I landed at Logjam and I got the memories, like man, like if you've been following the channel a long time, you've been watching the gameplay videos, Brandon and I, our drop spot was at Logjam. We played it every game, skybasing and stuff. Too bad we can't skybase and reload, but they did a good job at capturing that feeling, and I'm with Mr. JOI in saying I can't exactly put it into words why either.
I can't think what this POI was called, or landmark, I guess. The drop down to the river, steamy stacks in the distance to our left, the lighthouse further in the distance, the Chapter 2 ego satellites as well. Honestly, the only controversial thing I'm probably actually going to say is at the moment they've got cars how they were at the start of the season they came in Season 3, when they were clamped off. Actually, maybe this isn't controversial. They should remain clamped off.
A lot of people definitely don't want the cars in the game. I'm of the opinion that I don't think it would matter. Like, I don't know. If they start adding car mods, which leakers are talking about, like Epic Games is working on something to do with car mods. Could you imagine in Fortnite Reload, a wrecked theme reload? How fun would that be? I know that's an unpopular take, but for Reload, I don't think the cars are necessary. And if it was up to me, I would not have cars in Reload But I don't think that it would be a big problem. A lot of people are talking about cars being a problem if they are added to Reload and you're able to drive the cars. I don't see it as an issue at all. I don't think it'll hurt the game, but I would prefer it without.
The map's a great size where you can walk it, jetpacks are good, shockwaves are good, mobility is excellent. The loot pool, as I said, is amazing. Like, this is fundamentally, essentially, prime Fortnite. Wait, should I be saying clamped on or clamped off? Just, they should be clamped, okay?
Prime Fortnite's always a hot topic, and a lot of people believe Chapter 2 to be Prime Fortnite. I'm somebody who believes Chapter 2 through Season 7 to Chapter 3 Season 2 was Prime Fortnite, and I keep meaning to make that video what actually was Prime Fortnite. We are going to get on that, guys. Look out for that video.
We shouldn't have vehicles in this game mode. It is very unnecessary. For a possible multitude of reasons, I am very disassociated with the main BR at the moment. I played it the other day, and I kind of enjoyed myself. There is this cloud currently above the main BR for me, and Reload at the moment is definitely the most enjoyable mode.
Now, a lot of people feel like Mr. JOI did, and you're not wrong for feeling that. A lot of people are really getting detached from Battle Royale. A lot of people aren't like finding themselves nearly as satisfied. There are a multitude of reasons for that, but for me personally, when I'm speaking on this, I'm speaking as somebody who still really, really enjoys Battle Royale. I love the updates. I love the season. I think the season's great. I love all the new weapons. The bat's amazing to me. Some of the most fun that I've ever had playing this game was with that bat. But Reload is just so much better. I want to play Reload when I log on.
What's not to like? I'm not walking around forever looking for fights. Engagements almost come to me. Slightly annoying when you kill them and they just drop back on you, and now you can't hear them and they got a jetpack all suddenly.
No, I love that. I love killing the same people over and over again and just constantly fighting the same team. I think that's great.
But apart from that, it's not as annoying as sticky grenades. Fortnite, honestly, get rid of them. I still think there's an argument where Fortnite shouldn't have any explosives. Wait, hold on. I don't think I saw one explosive in this game mode. Oh my god. Wait.
I'm pro. No, they've had RPGs before. Are there RPGs in this season? I don't know. But like, we've had explosives in BR, and obviously we have them in BR. I don't find them problematic at all. Just, they're strong. Deal with it.
Wait, maybe there is. Maybe I just happen not to see it. But I think there's a really good argument to just get them out of the game for at least a season. I don't think they add anything really competitive. And when I'm talking competitive, I'm not talking FNCS. I'm just talking about the competitive integrity of a BR game. Explosives are just normally annoying. I think there's an argument for grenades. So,
grenades, yes. If you're talking about, again, I'm willing to hear everybody out when you're talking about competitive Fortnite, but just the Battle Royale in general or Reload in general, then I think that explosives are fine.
Waves, if they count their explosives, fine. Shockwave grenade, fine. The old school rocket launcher, fine. Everything else can just get rid. And
no, we need the guided missile. That should be a staple in the Fortnite loot pool.
Can get rid. But anyway, I'm pleased that Fortnite has created the greatest Battle Royale ever with Slurp Rush.
Yeah, and I think it's only going to get better with time, man.
Rush. I'm definitely going to struggle with my arse in this video. But guys, if you did enjoy this one, hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel. And
absolutely, guys, subscribe to Mr. JOI. He made a phenomenal video. I really, really enjoyed it. Mr. JOI has some of my favorite commentaries of all time. They have been doing such a good job with Reload, and I cannot wait to see what they cook up. I know that there's been some Epic employee responded to somebody on Twitter saying, like, what Fortnite Chapter 4 POIs would you like to see? That has potential to be the greatest Reload map ever. I cannot wait to see how this game expands. The metaverse is great. The metaverse is expanding, and only with time it will get better and better. Guys, go show Mr. JOI some support in the pinned comment description down below. But if you are already subscribed to Mr. JOI and you have already watched this video, then why don't you check out this video on screen right now talking about the perfect Fortnite loot pool. I made that video a little while ago, and it's doing okay. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I thought it was well done personally. I'd love to have you over there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.